Welcome back to the VTuber News. This is Salvi, the one who resides on the right side of your screen most of the time, and I'm here now just to remind you guys that I do have a goal for, at the very least until my birthday in June. I would love to be able to reach 20k subscribers, so if you could please subscribe and continue to watch these videos whenever you have a chance, I would really appreciate it. Just a small reminder, of course, and do enjoy the rest of the video. She is coming back, as we're talking about Akahato, otherwise known as Haachama. That is one of her two forms. Akahato is her original form that was created when she became a VTuber, and later on she spun it off into Haachama as an alternate personality. And that is, within lore. Not, her having actual two personalities, it's more lore-wise, but she has decided to return. And this is after, as you can see here, the original one in October 31st. I covered it when it was going to happen. This Akahato, after considering my health and discussing with my family, has been decided that I will take a break from activities for a while. And she did, for about, I would say 5-6 months. 6 months already by now, half a year. Regrettable news for all fans who always support me, but I would appreciate for your understanding from the person in charge, manager. This is manager relaying things to the community, of course. It says, take your time and rest well. A lot of people reacted positively, saying, of course, take your time is down there, both Hololive and others. Eruption here in regards to an announcement that Hololive/cover made here. So thank you very much for your continued support of Hololive production. I'd like to inform you that Hololive and, about the whole Akahato situation, taking a break from all activities. That of this matter, come to attention in addition to statements made by Akahato being taken out of context. Basically, it's mentioning that people, they're being mentioned on stream, on other talent streams, Hato was, and exaggeration of the information was made on many places. It does affect the talent's reputation, it really does, and it can affect them returning, which was something that they were doing really harshly at the time. People speculate and things like that, and the whole, I mentioned this when it actually happened, her having her emotional state being put out there in public made a lot of people worried, and a lot of people started putting other ideas out there. But yeah, they said that the company is actually going to be aggressive towards that and aggressive against that. Just wanted to put this in between everything else that I'm talking. Now we're going to go back to what I was saying. Now, Cover Corp, the main agency, the main, corporate entity above Hololive and everything, announced regarding Akahato's gradual resumption of activities. We sincerely thank you for continued support of Hololive production, the VTuber agency operated by our company, as well as our affiliated talents. We hereby report that Akahato, who has been on hiatus from activities, will gradually resume her activities starting today. In preparation for her return, we have held repeated discussions with Hato herself and her family, prioritizing her physical and mental well-being above all, and reached an agreement to proceed with preparations for resuming activities. As a first step, we will begin with activities within a manageable scope. That's like slowly getting her into the groove of things, of what she used to be, such as videos, uploads via proxy posts, and monitor the situation closely. Additionally, regarding the full resumption of more intense activities like SNS updates and live streams, we will carefully assess her condition and consider the timing step by step. This is really good. It's twofold. Part of it is they don't want to lose Haachama. Haachama is a big draw. She always has been a big draw. And number two, they are human as well. They do show a human side when they can. And you don't want, even if you end up losing them, you don't want to lose them because of a mental health thing, which will affect them after they're gone as well. They also want to, make a little bit of money coming in because, like I mentioned, she is a moneymaker for them. They are a company at the end of the day. They are a corporation at the end of the day, but they are taking it in a more responsible way than many other corporations probably would. And it says, we kindly ask for your understanding that it may take some time before she fully returns to activities. We hope that all of our fans will warmly watch over this new chapter in her journey. Furthermore, we respectfully request once again that you refrain from making direct inquiries to Hato herself or other talents regarding this matter. Yeah, don't bug her. Right now she's trying to return. Don't bug her. The more that you put out there, the more aggressive you get, the worse it ends up being. And yeah, it says, we sincerely appreciate your continued warm support and encouragement for Akahato moving forward. Here, a lot of people are just very happy. Haachan, I've been waiting for you. Welcome back. Announcement regarding Akahato's graduate. Oh, the first part, the gradual return, and it could have been the other way. It's like, oh yeah, that's when it's like almost had a heart attack. Other people are saying the same thing. They like when you start reading, it's like, uh-oh. Right, because yeah, especially when it comes to Cover Corp, a big announcement like that is a scary one, but it is the good original here, which is gradual instead of the other one. I'm not even going to mention that because I know people freak out when I do. And here is her actually putting out here, well, the manager putting something out here. Thank you for always supporting Akai Hato. As per the official announcement, we will be gradually resuming activities starting today. As the first step in our return, we will be premiering the music video for original song Ohina at 1800 today. We would greatly appreciate your warm support and encouragement. That is great, actually, that they decided to do that in a, get her back by putting out work that she has already done, work that no one has seen before, to kind of get people warmed up to her again and welcoming her back, which everyone will do. I do not think there's anyone that's going to hate her coming back, or that hated her. Well, maybe there probably were. There's always somebody that hated her for not being quote-unquote stronger, which I don't know how she can be stronger than she already is, and, actually just working through it. You can't work through these things. You have to make sure to take your breaks. Absolutely. Koreji Ali says, welcome back, senpai. Missed you. Amori Calliope says, welcome back. Flowglow Mizumiya Sue is welcome back. Ender, VTuber Manager, also says welcome back. Lots of people are welcoming them all back to everything that's going on here. It is great to see that so many people are happy that she's coming back. This is a great way to show her that she was missed. A great way to show her that it did make a big impact in other people's lives. The fact that people are just very, very happy that she's back. And more than anything, happy that she is back in a positive way. Happy that she was able to, make everything work for her, whichever way it needed to work. You have Ichijo Ririka from Regloss, from Hala Device Regloss, saying Haachana is back home. Welcome back. And it says, I knew it. I was right. I knew she'll return. Over here, Holo no Haton, another Haton there. Hatons are her fan community, by the way. Haachama's coming back. Slowly and surely, she's coming back. And, a lot of people just being very, very happy that she is returning. And I'm very happy that she's coming back, because I am a Hato fan. I am a Haachama fan. She has an energy that is infectious. And even though she's not doing Haachama cooking anymore, because she doesn't want to do that anymore, she has still brought her A game every single time that she is streaming or posting anything or doing anything out there. I'm not the really type to think birthday as anything special. I hardly ever had it celebrated on streams or anything. Handwritten letter Chama gave me in October last year. The emotion from that moment, I still remember it vividly even now. Just popped into my mind, and yeah, I really was happy about it after all. Seeing this announcement, I'm genuinely happy. Haachama, welcome back. And this is Junichiro6853, who ended up getting a handwritten letter, and that's amazing for a fan, for anybody to get from an Oshi or a VTuber that they watch. And a lot of people, Hatons, all are celebrating here. As you can see, it is amazing that this community has been there for her and has been patient. As you know, that some communities, when things happen like that, they can be a little pushy. They can be a little pushy. Let's just leave it that way. They can be a bit pushy when it comes to, getting them back. But I'm very glad that they were able to come back slowly but surely. Again, don't pressure her or anything like that. Just be happy that she's returning. Ooh, subliminal messaging. Follow the squirrel. Subscribe to the squirrel. This is not a psyop. This is just me being a dumbass. Ooh, subscribe. Sykkuno has responded, and so has his girlfriend, in a joint message to the community. Sykkuno, as you know, is someone who got embroiled in a lot of controversy recently for being caught and called out as a cheater, a liar, and called out as a manipulator, predator. The predator part, I don't agree with, as I've always said. That cheapens the word manipulator. That can be argued till the cows come home. One thing he very much was, a cheater and a liar to his girlfriend, who is a true victim in all of this. You can argue about the other ones wanting attention. You can argue what you want about that part. The true victim that we should focus on always is the girlfriend, because she's the one who got her heart broken. She's the one who ended up having to see all of this come out as well. And here is his message that he put out there. And I have it a bit bigger for all of you guys here. Let me just go and put this all the way up here so you guys can see. I would like to apologize to everyone who I've disappointed. Most of all to my girlfriend. I'm sorry to put you through so much. I never want to make these mistakes again and hurt you and the people I care about. I was unfaithful and I own and fully admit to that. I lied to people and told them I was single, which I know is not right. I'm sorry to all the people that are hurt by doing this. The following is not an attempt to minimize what I have done. However, I've seen false allegations about me that are not true. I cannot allow false accusations and such extreme labels to be placed on me. I do understand that people making these claims did it from a place of hurt, so please do not send any more hate to anyone. Just want the situation to get better, and I wish them the best. What I'm sure of he's talking about when it comes to false allegations was the one that he essayed a former mod. I already talked about that one. From everything that I've seen, it's not SA. It was consensual. She even gave him consent at that point in time, but she was trying to place it differently now that everything is against Sykkuno. At least that's the way it seemed to me. And everyone that really watched the video seemed to see it the same way. My girlfriend and I didn't respond quickly because we were already working on our relationship and communication before all this happened. Having so much private information exposed to the public has made it incredibly difficult for us to heal together. I really don't care about him healing in this situation. I care more about the girlfriend healing. I'll just be perfectly honest with you. I could care less what Sykkuno heals or doesn't heal about the whole thing. What I do hope is that he changes, he improves himself, and that he does not do this again. Period. Should he get a second chance? I don't think so. Personally, I don't think so. With how long he's been doing this and how long he was doing it with other people and how many people he was cheating with, that is like, at that point, it was a pattern. I'll be taking a break from streaming and the internet to better myself and give us a time we need to try improve our relationship. Of course, all of this is my opinion. This is all opinion. This isn't fact. This isn't even legal fact or anything like that. Just these are all accusations as well. These are things that people accuse him of. Nothing also has been adjudicated in the court of law. Just to let you guys know. And to cover my butt a little bit too. Thank you for reading, and I will continue to learn and grow from this experience. Now, onto the girlfriend's part, which is the main part that I wanted to get to. And it says, hi there, I want to start by saying a thank you to those who have been checking on me and wishing me well during such a difficult time. Because remember, she is a true victim here. It's been extremely heartbreaking to learn everything I know now. And going through this has been one of the hardest things I have ever been put through in my life. I have been tossed around from all sides. Me and my reality have been continuously shattered. One thing I made sure to do in my reporting is never, ever, ever blame her for anything. Because the girlfriend has nothing to do with this. The girlfriend is the victim of all of this. Even after the fact, I wish they would have at least checked in on me or asked how I felt about everything. But I haven't heard anything from the people involved since this all came out. I understand that those involved with him have been hurt as well, but I don't believe my feelings were considered in this situation at all. And that, honestly, hearing it from her, that's a shame. Hemo should have been checking, the main person, Hemo should have checked in with her. Is it okay if I bring this out? I do want to put this out there to warn other people. Is it okay if I bring this out? Will this be hurting you? Etc. And, especially since Hemo said that she cared. But, of course, I do understand. I'm going to be just in the middle here, and I'm going to get hate, I know, from a lot of sides. I can understand someone being hurt and wanting to put that out there to make sure the person who hurt them does get some kind of comeuppance, and also people get warned. I can understand that, but also, like I mentioned, just make sure that the main victim, the girlfriend, isn't hurt even more by what you're doing. And it says, having the worst fears become reality, then put on display and used for profit for everyone to see is absolutely mortifying. It truly feels like a nightmare. I was already hard enough trying to work through things in private. Just add another layer of difficulty and stress on top of everything. This has made it so much harder for me to cope. Prior to all of this becoming public, we are already making changes to improve our relationship. And while I could have chosen to leave, I ultimately made the decision to stay with the hopes of repairing our relationship together. That is very hopeful of her, and I do absolutely understand. Do not blame her for staying. I do not blame her for staying at all. I do not understand it personally, because I wouldn't do that personally, but I am not her. I have not gone through the relationship that they're in. I do not have the feelings that she does for Sykkuno. I am not her. I can't blame her for doing that, because I do know that when you are, you've built a life with somebody, you do want to see if you can fix things before making the final decision of leaving. And it says, even though all the things I've learned are incredibly disappointing and shocking, I don't think they are irredeemable. It's been hard handling things unfolding this way, but I believe this will be a step in the right direction. With time, I hope everyone can focus on healing and better versions of themselves. Yes, that is very good. Be a better version of yourself always. The thing is, for me, personally, just personally for me, Once that trust has been broken, you can't really build it. I've seen it happen again and again. You can't really build it up. There's always going to be that thing in the back of your head that's like, is he going to do it again in this case? Is it going to happen again? Am I going to be betrayed again? That type of thing. And we're going to take a look real quick at down here. You have myself, who said the girlfriend is the true victim in all of this. And while it does surprise me that she is staying, it's her choice to make. In the end, you cheated, lied, and did as you pleased for a long time. Hope that she can heal from all of this in time. Legal mindset puts, the legal side of things, says grounds for a lawsuit over this are weak due to anonymity and journalistic protections, but grounds for an apology to Sykkuno's girlfriend are clear. Mujin and all VTubers that work to coordinate the attack narrative without her consent need to set it straight ASAP. And one thing I made sure, and I will set it straight, I was never against her. It was never on her. It was never like, oh my god, I can't believe, she never knew, or oh my god, this and this and that. She's the true victim in all this. She's the one who got hurt. I always said this. I always advocated for her. Because she is the one who was victimized. The other ones went into consensual relationships. Yes, they were lied to. Yes, in those lies, you could consider a lot of the lies manipulation, especially saying, that he wasn't with somebody. But they were entering in consensual relationships in the end. Whether you like what he did or not, and I really don't like what he did, you already know I don't like what he did. At the end of the day, they were two adults consenting to what was happening. Whether they were being lied to and going into it to start off with bad information and, with a lie, which is bad, in the end, they were consenting adults. Nothing was forced upon anyone else. They were all consenting adults. You cheated, manipulated, you used your influence and power as an extremely popular creator, lied to, that's in, and played all with the time, mental, and emotional health of other women. At the end of it all, she's staying. So some people are still very angry. Girl, this man cheated on you with multiple women and you still stay and stay. Oh my god, we can do it. Please know your worth. Insanity, stop letting cheaters win, bro. I can understand that part, but in the end, it is her choice. Like I said, I don't understand it because in my opinion, I would not do that, but I am not going to minimize what she has decided to do. I am not going to say, oh my god, you should know your worth. You should know better. She knows her worth and she has decided that she cares for this person enough that she's going to try again. In my opinion, that's not a good idea. But that is my opinion. I'm not in a relationship with them. I'm not in that. I don't have the emotional capital being invested into that relationship. I truly hope your girlfriend can heal from all of this. It really sucks what she had to go through. She did not deserve this. Hope you find the help you need to not hurt people like this anymore and become a better person. At the end, if he can become a better person, never hurt her again. I wish this didn't happen in the first place, but if you can never hurt her again and they can move forward and she can heal. What's most important is she can heal. And she can live a better life, then it's not my decision. It's not my place to judge her on what she's doing. Internet is hungry and demands for details. It gets the details and then becomes a ball of anger, insatiable rage that algorithm begins feasting upon. How bro felt writing this, and you was that other women behind her back and she's staying. How Sykkuno felt writing this, same thing there. Her to the relationship right now, she's trying to revive it. So yeah, as I said, the only real victim here is the girlfriend. People like Hemomal and others used it as an opportunity to farm engagement and subscribers to their content. Others smeared Sykkuno as a predator when unfaithful interactions were consensual. And that's why, at first, yes, I did use the predator moniker. Then later I was like, wait, you can see my videos. You can see later where I was even saying, yeah, predator is probably a little bit too far. Yeah, people were going to use predator. People are going to use that. But predator gets cheapened when you use it that way. When it comes to predator, I usually use it, it should be used for the worst of the worst, the people who victimize those who are weaker than themselves and actually victimize them and, hurt them in ways like that. Whether it be emotional, mental, any way, psychological, that's what I mean by mental, or physical. That is the way I see a predator. And yes, it is evolved from the very beginning, where yes, I did call him predator, and that was bad on my part. And I did fix myself later on and was like, yeah, predator was a little too far. So yeah, but the main thing here is that she is the main victim. Let's take a look at some quote retweets. First, VA to read this in Deku voice is going to triple platinum. Lawless man was using anime protagonist voice to blank countless women, and his girlfriend is staying with him. This is why I keep out of people's relationship business. Bao, Maul, and Mujin, this is Powder. Powder says, shame on you. You had people believing you cared about the real victim in this situation. The girlfriend, you did not care. You did this because you were selfish. You put money above the safety and well-being of the girlfriend. This isn't just being just internet drama. Your actions can and will F up someone's real life. The girlfriend already knew about the infidelity and chose to work through it in private, and you knew this. Like, I had no clue that they were working in private. I thought she had no idea. I thought she had no clue. That's what I worked upon. I worked upon a very, very invalid assumption. And I will apologize for working on a very invalid assumption there. My assumption, based on everything I had at the moment, was, until now, of course, was she had zero clue. And they clued her into it, and she was okay with the release of the information. That is what I assumed. Now, it made an ass out of me. Absolutely, because she did not know. I mean, she did know about everything, and she did not allow things to go through the way that they did because no one asked her. We're just mad that she didn't leave him. You had to collude and cause a fit for the whole public to see. You guys are nasty people. I don't care anymore about what any other girl said. The girlfriend is the only actual victim. What do you mean? You put out a Google Doc, have Mujin make a video alongside you, profit off of it, and then you never checked up on the girlfriend? You all are snakes. The whole not checking up on the girlfriend thing is extra scummy, in my opinion. I don't have any connection with her. I didn't even know who she was until like recently that people have told me who she was. So, and also, I'm some random ass mofo in the internet. I am not going to be reaching out to her. But the people who were doing this, Mujin and other big people, and Hemo and everybody, I thought they had all reached out to her. I thought that she was okay with this. I was wrong. And I will admit that I was wrong on that one because I found that out now. And I do apologize for being wrong about the whole thing. Don't forgive people who cheat on you numerous times and then are only sorry when caught. Respect yourself and leave. I mean, that's her decision at the end of the day. Mujin, I hope the rev says, I hope Sykkuno's GF finds peace she deserves. Sykkuno's girlfriend, I never wanted this to be public, and those involved never checked in on me before or after releasing everything. And it says, only you knew how bad things really are. And there is, of course, him crying with that meme face there. She's still with him. Tier 1, Master Manipulator Goat. And, you know, call it what you will. And saying this cheapens the reason why I don't like this happening, this being said. It cheapens her agency. It takes agency away from her. She is an adult, and she can decide whether she stays or not, and whether we like it or not. That's a decision of both of them in the relationship to make. I don't like it personally. I don't agree with it personally, but it is her decision to make. I'm not gonna like diminish what she's saying. It's not my decision to make. I'm not in the relationship. I'm not someone who is in any of this. I don't have any actual capital in the whole thing. It's just, you know, it's something that I wouldn't do, and I never have done to people who have cheated on me. I've never let them in my life again. But I really, really, truly want to leave with one very important thing. Make sure not to bug her. Make sure not to, you know, smear her in any way. Let her heal the way that she wants to. I don't care about Sykkuno, but let her heal the way that she wants to heal, the way that she feels is best. And I really do hope that she can heal. That's the one person I hope that could heal. Mainly, I mean, I hope everyone heals overall, because, you know, they were affected in one way or another. But primarily, her, the girlfriend, I hope that she heals and is better in the future, because it's tough having these things happen. He got fired, allegedly, as we go to this, as you remember it, being a Sea Dog and Ironmouse share a wholesome moment on a trampoline. This was a very wholesome moment that some people took in a negative way for whatever reason. You know, judging her and criticizing her for having some fun with a friend. Let us listen in a little bit and hear her childlike laugh and wonder here. Her enjoyment. And people judged her for this. One of the people who judged her for this, enough that she had to respond, as we know, she did respond to everything. And she has primary immunodeficiency, and she has CVID, which makes it hard for her to, and nearly impossible for her to go out. And this is the person that we're talking about who allegedly got fired. And it says, there's a person at home laughing as if they're jumping on a trampoline, and they're seeing this in front camera of an iPad flipping. VTubers are pathetic. Down here it says, Ironmouse, the one seen on the iPad, has common variable immunodeficiency, which is a rare immune disorder which leaves her largely bedridden, isolated due to her body not being able to produce adequate antibodies to fight infections and viruses. And yes, she has been very open about this, and she's been very much support of the Immune Deficiency Foundation, and been able to help a lot of people with it as well. And we go to here, where here's where it has all, come back to bite him. Nick White lost his programming job because of the VTuber community harassed his company and got him fired. VTuber audience is so psychotic, they contacted my company where I am a software engineer. Making fun of the VTuber community lost me my job as a programmer. Let's listen in to what he says here.
If you guys didn't notice, I went viral all over the internet the past 2 days because I was making fun of Ironmouse jumping on a trampoline. Like her cartoon, her having fun jumping on a trampoline because I said she's at home and really it's just an iPad and she's not seeing anything, so I don't know why she's laughing like she's having fun. Well, it went so viral and the audience is so psychotic that they contacted my programming job because as you guys know, I'm a software engineer. I don't make a full-time living streaming. So many people contacted the company that I work at, where I do software engineering, that the company has let me go. So making fun of the VTuber community has lost me my job as a programmer.
And there we go. He says he mocked Ironmouse, a VTuber with immunodeficiency syndrome, for pretending to have fun. Her fans didn't cost him his job. He was already unemployed by the time of the incident, as he was laid off in January 2025. So he's trying to make this all about him. He's trying to make himself into a victim, trying to get pity follows or pity donations or what have you. This is evil to a whole nother degree. This is a main character syndrome, I guess it's what it would be called, to a whole nother degree. And yeah, it shows here from Rima Evenstar. Kick streamer Nick White claims that he lost his programming job after he made fun of Ironmouse for being on an iPad and Sea-Dog jumped on a trampoline. He's holding her VTuber on an avatar, on an iPad, and she's pretending to have fun. Bro, has to be the cringiest thing I've ever saw. Allegedly, so many VTuber fans contacted his programming job that the company let him go. In reply to a comment, he said, "I'm sorry, VTubers. Please forgive me." And allegedly here, Nick White was laid off from his software engineering job in January 2025, over a year before the VTuber incident. There is no public evidence that he was employed since then. And down here it continues. It continues here of, her kind of showing the same thing there. He got a new job, according to what Rima Evans are saying. He claims that he got a new job, a better opportunity that supports his take on VTubers, referring to his past opinion of Sea-Dog and Ironmouse video of them jumping on a trampoline. He made fun of her for being on an iPad and pretending to have fun, adding that it's just cringiest thing he's ever seen. This came after he claimed that he'd been reported by a VTuber fan to his place of employment and subsequently fired. However, there are now reports coming out that he was laid off from that job back in January 2025. This may have been false. I was just offered a new and better opportunity as a software engineer from someone that supports my take on VTubers. Thank you to everyone who showed support. To those sending hate my way, have fun standing in line at AnimeCon to meet your favorite cartoon on an iPad. So he's doubling down. People like this will never learn. Honestly, they love the attention that they get. He loves the attention that he just got from here. He loves being able to supposedly dunk on VTubers and dunk on others, and he is a man who is, of course, never going to be happy. He is always going to be a sad individual out there, and of course he will be called out next time he does something, because now he's on everyone's radar. Says, while I think his take was stupid, I don't think he should have lost his job for it. People take stuff way too far. It's petty internet drama. He shouldn't lose his livelihood for it. Prior to this bait, he went from "that's cringe" to "I'm sorry" to "actually I'm not sorry." Called it this morning. He faked the whole thing to farm engagement off his dumb content. It says, please send an email to Kick. People are trying to get him off Kick too. Rima, I really don't think this guy deserves any benefit of the doubt. It's clear he lied about VTuber fans contacting his job. There's no evidence that he has been employed in over a year. Even if you platform this chud, just call him on his BS within the first 2 sentences. I won't be surprised if he's using his so-called job as an exaggeration to bring attention to the views. Yeah, and I think that's what he's doing. He's trying to bring attention to him to get more views. Don't give him views. You can point and laugh if you want, but don't bring more views, and don't interact with him. Because they interact with him in a negative way, positive way, whatever. It feeds his ego. It'll feed him. Don't interact with him. Don't send any harassment his way. Absolutely never send any harassment his way. I always say this. Do not harass people. You can openly criticize them. You can constructively criticize them. You can put out your comments on there on criticizing what he has done. But do not send harassment his way. Either way, I'm glad Ironmouse is letting, she has gotten past this at this point. She has put out positivity, as she always does. And I'm very, very glad that she was able to enjoy herself, bouncing around with a friend, having fun, even if it was not her not being able to be there. she had fun vicariously through a dear friend of hers, Sea Dog VA.
I shall flagellate myself until Temma recovers. What does that even... What's flagellate?
Smack yourself.
Wipe yourself. You shat yourself?
Yeah.
Why are you wiping? Whip! Whip!
Okay, she's talking about... Don't shat yourself. I nearly shat myself. Don't go and do that. It is, she wipe. It's not wipe, it's whip. It's whipping yourself. Yes, that's what, it's a religious thing, I believe. But, shatting yourself, sharting yourself is not a religious thing. Be careful. Remember, don't push a fart too much or else it could be an accident waiting to happen. Yeah, and there goes Tenma thinking someone shat themselves. That's lovely. That's lovely.
I did the nay-nay.
The nay-nay? Oh, God.
Wait, I remember.
That one's old. Makes me feel old. No, stop it. Makes me feel old.